สัมพันธ์นั้นก็จะทำให้ความสัมพันธ์ของเรานั้นสนิทกันมากขึ้นไหมคะ
Brother, when Englot finished that, she was like, "Oh, she don't know us. She don't know us." We finna get into the 4E press con. Like I said, this is a more in-depth reaction and this is the parts that I think it was the Jane Bellina video. This is the parts that the Jane Bellina video didn't have in there anyway. So let's get into it. Straight slayage. They are the moment. Bro, their combined buying power, just their combined star power is insane. Care what nobody say, bro. Englot is gonna always be Englot. They gonna always be them. Every stage is a runway, bitch. Stop playing with them. Every stage is a runway.
This is the future.
TIFF sub been coming through with the clutch sub videos. Yeah, I noticed that. Is the music, is it too loud or too soft? Y'all let me know. I can't tell what it sounds like for y'all. I just can't, bro. Why are they so wobbly and nobody else is? I'm just trying. Why are they my little wobbly, clumsy couple? Why are they so wobbly? They ain't gonna always go to them hind parts, ain't it? They ain't gonna always go to them hind parts. Ew, why you smile up at her like that? Shut up. Look. Bitch, you in love. Bitch, you in love. Why you look at her like that? Both of y'all, look at it. It don't make no sense. You in love. They look so good this day. They looked so good this day. Like, that pink looked good on everybody that was on stage, all 8 of them. But Lord knows my baby's 8 down. Funny moment. Oh, Lord. No matter how many times we watch this joint, that's a look. Fa is such a little boy, dog. Like her humor, her reactions, everything. That's like, I swear to God, bro. She's such a little kid, little boy specifically. I don't care what nobody says. I told y'all she got the same humor, sense of humor as a 10-year-old child. 10-year-old boy.
ขอบคุณพี่นวัดเลยนะคะขอบคุณมากๆที่แบบว่าให้น้องๆนะคะอิงฟ้าชาร์ลอตเอ้ยฝั่งไหน
Look, you don't even know what side they on. She said thank you for letting each wait, where they at? Thank you for letting them join this mega project.
ใช่เหรอใช่เหรองานนี้ใครเล่นนะอิงฟ้าชาร์ลอตเย้สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
Boy, look at that. I'm not a screamer. I don't condone that. I tell y'all that all the time. Y'all shouldn't scream when y'all see them. Like, control yourselves. I personally would not scream. And there is no evidence of me screaming. There's evidence of me screaming. But but you don't, where it's at though. If you can't readily pull the video up, then it don't exist. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all gotta relax.
ให้พูดถึงคาแรคเตอร์ของตัวเอง
Screaming, I wouldn't scream.
อิงฟ้านะคะในนาทีร้อยเล่ห์ก็รับบทเป็นอโปหรือว่าบอสเล็กค่ะสวัสดีค่ะชาร์ลอตออสตินนะคะในเรื่องรับบทเป็นชลดาคุณานนท์ค่ะ
เป็นยังไงบ้างครับคือเจอกันเป็นประจำอยู่แล้วคู่นี้ใช่ไหมฮะ
ใช่ค่ะ
แล้วก็เป็นการเจอกันอีกครั้งหนึ่งด้วยรู้สึกไงบ้าง
แต่ว่าเจอกันในรูปแบบที่รู้สึกว่าจะสดใสกว่าที่ผ่านมาหรือว่าเรื่องที่เคยเล่นมาค่ะรอบนี้ก็จะเป็นสดใสขึ้นมานิดนึงอาจจะมีคอมเมดี้ติดเข้ามาด้วยแต่ก็ต้องรอดูว่าสุดท้ายแล้วความสัมพันธ์ของบอสเล็กกับชลดาจะเป็นยังไงค่ะความสัมพันธ์นั้นก็จะทำให้ความสัมพันธ์ของเรานั้นสนิทกันมากขึ้นไหมคะ
Bitch! Bro, the way Englot looked at each other, she was like, oh, she don't know us. She don't know us. Will this project bring y'all closer together in real life? They both looked at each other and was like, yo, why is my couple like this, bruh? Why are they like this, bruh? Why are they like this? They looked at each other and was like, clearly Shorty ain't been paying attention. Charlotte didn't want to answer. Charlotte always make Fa do the hard answer the hard questions. We definitely get closer every time we shoot a series. We have workshops together. This reminds me of when P-Boy asked that. She was like, y'all close in real life? They was like, she was like, y'all like real close. And they was looking at each other like, shit. Sometimes I love her, sometimes I can't stand her. But you know what though? That's real though. They really are like that. So, but every single series has definitely brought them closer. We've seen that, like from Show Me Love to Love Bully to Petrichor. To now, Water, aka Four Elements, to Unlimited Love. Like, every series is going to bring them closer and closer together. That's the best thing about Englot, is that because they are like because they're real, you get what I'm saying? Like, we already know what that means. Because they're real in so many different ways, the challenge is them not allowing their real feelings or their personal feelings to get mixed up in what they do. So every time they have to work together, despite their personal feelings, and I'm not saying anything about their personal feelings, I'm just saying I'm not giving you context, I'm just saying despite their personal feelings, like they have to like do, you know what I mean? Like they got to be professional. And I think that it's taught them how to maintain their relationship in all the spaces. I think that was the hardest problem, is that they could work together and they could be together as long as they saw each other, but when they weren't away from each other, or when they were in a space outside of work, it seemed like, you know, things would happen, and then we would just see them the next time we saw them, you know, for work, and they would be like off, and we would be like, what the fuck happened? Everything was fine last time. That's because stuff we wasn't seeing. But it seems like they're getting better at the stuff we don't see. And that's all I care about. I don't need to see it. I just need to know that they're getting better at the stuff we don't see. And obviously, they've gotten a lot better at the stuff that we don't see, which is why what we are seeing is what we're seeing. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the workshops. I appreciate the series. And I do agree. And I do think that every single one has brought them closer and closer together. And I think it'll continue to. We adjust our characters together. What I just say? Very good job.
เก่งมากเขาบอกเก่งมาก
บ้านน้ำจะค่อนข้างอินโทรเวิร์ดนิดนึงนะคะนานๆจะได้ออกมาเจอ
อินโทรเวิร์ด
ใช่ค่ะนานๆจะได้
Been out to meet the neighbors,
อิ
really.
นโทรเวิร์ดเหรอส่งเสียงหน่อยเร็ว
ตายแล้วเขาเป็นอินโทรเวิร์ดก็อย่างเงี้ยเสียงเลยไม่ค่อยดังเท่าไหร่
นี่ดังมากแล้ว
อาจจะเหนื่อยนิดนึงเพราะว่าเพิ่งว่ายน้ำมาเป็นโปรเจกต์
โอ้เป็น
They might be tired because they swam from the project. Yeah. Because the Englot people, a lot of the Englot people were like on the boat, bro, and they had like a whole like banner go across like on this mega yacht. It was crazy.
เป็นโปรเจกต์เลย
ก็รู้สึกดีใจค่ะ เพราะว่าเรื่องนี้ก็คือเหมือนพลิกบทบาท
She said I finally get to be somebody rich.
ว่าปกติ
Facts.
ส่วนมากก็คือแทบจะไม่มีรถขับ แต่ว่าเรื่องนี้ก็คือได้ขับซุปเปอร์คาร์ด้วย เป็นบอสด้วยอะไรเงี้ย
Yeah, she said I don't normally even have a car.
จริงเลยใช่ไหมฮะ
ใช่เพราะชีวิตจริงคือเราคือ lady boss อะ
ใช่ป่ะไม่แล้วที่บอกว่าแบบปัญหาจะแก้ง่ายมากถ้าเรารวยใช่ไหม
ใช่ค่ะ เราจะดูเท่ขึ้นมาทันที อย่างในเรื่องนี้ก็น่าจะคอมพลีทกับแฟนคลับด้วยค่ะ
รอติดตาม
You think this fan might be complete for fans? Might be complete to fans. Oh, that's nice. Okay, what that
ฉันชอบ
mean?
คำนี้มากได้เป็นคนรวยสักที
Finally, I get to be rich, right? But in real life, she's already
รวย
rich.
จากทุกทิศทาง
Nah, but they nah, that's facts though. They always got my girl playing a hooker or somebody broke. I mean, she wasn't broke in Petrichor, but she wasn't exactly rich either. She, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad she finally get the. She's been saying what she said. She said she wanted to play a rich person because she wanted to be in the air conditioner. They always got my girl out in the field somewhere. They do always got far out in the field somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So
พี่ไดผมถามนิดนึงได้ไหมฮะ เมื่อกี้ที่ถามว่าเล่นด้วยกันจะเล่นเจอกันอยู่แล้ว แต่เล่นด้วยกันอีกเรื่องจะสนิทกันมากขึ้นไหมใช่ไหมฝั่งนั้นเขินเข้าใจนะ แต่ฝั่งฟินเบคทำไมต้องเขินกับเขาด้วยฮะ
now why was freeing Becky blushing
แส
too?
ดงว่ามันมีอินเนอร์แบม
ใช่คือ
อินเนอร์อะไรบางอย่าง
That shows us something inner. It's something inner. I tried
แต่
over.
ตรงนี้สะดุด
เอ๊ะ
ตา
ฝั่ง
ใช่ไหม
นี้แบบยิ้มเดอะยิ้มน้อยยิ้มใหญ่
มันต้องมีอะไรมันต้องมีอะไร
Not there must be something.
ฟินเบคสวัสดี
Charlotte said, "Oh, free." Charlotte said, "Free, girl, you gotta get your ass together. Gotta get your ass and your looks together now." What I told you was in confidence. Don't be trying to spill my business.
ค่ะก็ฝากนะคะนาทีร้อยเล่ห์ไว้ด้วยค่ะ ของทางเราก็รับสมัครพนักงานค่อนข้างเยอะ แต่ว่าบอสเล็กอาจจะไม่ได้รับเองนะคะ ต้องผ่านเลขาอีกทีหนึ่งนะคะ
Shit. Look at Charlotte. You better get him, babe. Charlotte said, "Bitch, why?" The way she cocked her head,
เอ
look.
งนะคะต้องผ่านเลขาอีกทีหนึ่งนะคะรับเองนะคะต้องผ่านเลขาอีกทีหนึ่ง
Yo. Yes. I am done, bro. I'm
ห
done.
ญิงเล็กน้อยอ่ะ
Fa love that shit though.
ฝากนาที
Fa loves when Charlotte is possessive. And I said Charlotte. I ain't talking about their characters. But she uses their characters in real life like a deflector whenever fans or anybody tries to flirt with her. She did the same thing with Show Me Love. Remember when everybody's like, "Oh my God, can I flirt with Mina? Can I flirt with you?" Oh, you gonna have to ask my neighbor. Same vibe. Oh my God, can I flirt with Lieutenant Tool? Can I flirt with you? You gonna have to ask Dr. Run. Same vibe. She likes that. She likes when Charlotte gets possessive. She really does. That's why she leans into it so heavily when their characters are like that.
ที่ร้อยเล่ห์ไว้ด้วย
She loves
นะคะ
it.
ฝาก
Every single series.
แล้วก็ฝากทุกคนในเรื่องนี้เลยนะคะ ส่วนใครที่จะมาสมัครงานเนี่ยปิดรับแล้วนะคะ
She said applications are closed. Nobody, right?
เต็ม
Don't nobody else need to apply.
แล้วโปรเจกต์ของเราอะฮะ For Element บ้านวาชินวันนี้นะครับ เรามี The Exclusive Master Licensee of Fan Meeting นะฮะ ที่จะพาน้องๆทุกคนนะฮะ ไปพบเจอกับแฟนๆทั่วโลกเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วครับ
What you trying to say?
Worldwide fan meet
Look at Fa looking like, and they're the only official license holders to take them global. Fa and Charlotte look like worldwide. They gonna be exhausted, bruh. Fa already looks tired. She just went to Macau to shoot something for a day and then came back. Like, they are Like it seemed like they ain't know about it. It really seemed like they ain't know about this file. Was looking like she was looking for the what? Like what the fuck you mean worldwide fan meet? Didn't nobody tell me about that shit. But how could they not, dog? Like those fan meets are I gotta go to one. I don't care what, whichever one is closest. If they hopefully they do something in the U.S. If not, whichever one is closest, I'm taking my ass on a plane and flying to it. Cause I got Freem, Becky, and Englot in one place. When? How? Ever is that gonna happen again? That's like Beyonce and Chris Brown doing a tour together. What the fuck? Like why would if Beyonce and Chris Brown? I'm going. I got to.
แต่เพียงคนเดียวด้วยนะฮะที่จะพาน้องๆทุกคน
Like I gotta go.
global ครับ
ถ้าอย่างนั้นขออนุญาตให้พูดคำว่าในวันนี้เป็นคีย์เวิร์ดให้เราทุกคนลุกพร้อมๆกันสำหรับช่วงเวลามงคลนี้ค่ะ
ไปส่งคิวพิธีกรให้พี่เชนด้วย
ใช่พอพี่เชนพูดในวันนี้พวกทุกคนยืนขึ้นพร้อมกันเลย
ครับผมและในวันนี้นะครับผม
โอ้ยยิ่งใหญ่
So grand.
วันนี้สิ่งนี้กำลังจะเกิดขึ้นค่ะเขาเป็นใครคะอะไรนะจ๊ะ
Now please be careful with Boss Legs Bones. Don't they try to call fire. Oh, don't do fire. Don't do my baby.
Yes
Look at him, gorgeous.
4 elements the global phenomenon of girl love
Yeah.
ขอบคุณครับช็อตนี้เรียบร้อยขออนุญาตเรียนเชิญสาวๆกลับขึ้นบนเวทีอีกครั้งนะฮะ
บรรยากาศเป็นไงบ้างเป็นบรรยากาศเป็นยังไงบ้าง
What am I looking at?
อลังการเนาะตอนภาพที่มองจากบนเวทีลงไปอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ ก็ไม่คิดว่าคนจะมาเยอะขนาดนี้ด้วยแฟนคลับของทั้ง4บ้านด้วยอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ ก็ต้องขอบคุณโปรเจกต์ดีๆแบบนี้ที่ทำให้เราได้ร่วมงานกับแบบ
Yeah, that's what's up.
ด้วยอะไรเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็
I'm so excited, y'all. I'm so excited for 4E, bro.
แล้วเราล่ะคะ
ตื่นเต้นค่ะแล้วก็ดีใจ เพราะว่าตอนที่ตัวไทริกพาขึ้นไปเห็นวิวของทั้งไอคอนสยามแล้วก็วิวของแฟนๆรวมถึงแท่งไฟคือสวยงามมากๆ แล้วก็รอลุ้นว่าโปรเจกต์ที่พูดถึงเนี่ยจะเปิดกล้องเมื่อไหร่ค่ะ ก็อยากให้เปิดกล้องเร็วๆเหมือนกัน
ก็หลายคนก็แบบมองว่าขนาดวันเปิดตัวยังอลังการขนาดนี้แต่ว่าซีรีส์ทั้งหมด
Nah, they definitely not gonna be disappointed. Listen, what y'all have to understand too, though, is that this is being produced by one of the producers, executive producers, is Nawat, but also Saint and Idol Factory are in charge of this. Now, whilst I still feel the way I feel about Idol Factory because of how everything went down, y'all know what I'm talking about. No need to rehash. I will say this, because even My Marvelous Dream Is You, their production is always top notch. They are the ones in charge of the production. They are not going to let any of these series flop or be some half-ass shit. You better know. Idol Factory always gonna come in clutch when it comes to production. Always. They spare no expense. You know what I'm saying? You can see that with Loyal Pen. I mean, they spared no expense, dog, with Loyal Pen. I can only imagine. And they understand. And see, Idol Factory, along with Nawat and everybody involved with this project, except for the other one I won't even name, understood and understand how big and how major this is going to be. They're going to pour everything they have into this because this could be that series of series, like that collection of series that really catapults. I mean, they're already global phenomenons, but I mean, like, move them outside of the LGBTQ or supportive communities. Like, move them into, like, the realm of, like, they go past gender bias, sexuality bias, identity bias, all that, and just like the whole world is like paying attention, like this is some dope, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they understand that this is a chance to take the Thai GL industry to an entirely different level and get on the same wave as like K-dramas and C-dramas and really have that influence and that power and that, you know, that power to push their artists into, you know, superstardom. I'm rooting for them. I hope this blows up every single last one of them that are participating, every single couple, every single fandom. I hope that it gets bigger. I hope it gets stronger. I hope we can come together and be more cohesive and more collaborative and more kind to each other. But more so than anything, I just really pray for the success of all 4 series, bro. I don't think we won't be disappointed. I promise you we won't.
ด้วยทีมด้วยแล้วก็ ทุกๆคนที่ตั้งใจ
See,
มากๆ
yeah,
ของเราเองด้วย
for sure
ก็จะทำออกมาให้ดีที่สุดแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าแบบเราดีใจที่เขารับฟังเสียงของแฟนคลับแฟนนิยายด้วยสำหรับเรื่องนี้เพราะว่าเรารู้ว่า
Yeah
เป็นแฟนนิยายที่รอดูของเราด้วยไงในเรื่องนี้มันยากง่ายยังไงบ้างคะทั้งสองเรื่องยากง่ายหรอสำหรับหนูว่าไม่ง่ายไม่ยากแล้ว
She said it's not hard because I get to be rich. She's so happy about that.
มากๆมาแล้วอะไรเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็ด้วยตัวเรื่องเราว่ามันมีเสน่ห์ในเรื่องของ
Full on drama or action,
เว
yeah.
ลาเราเล่นด้วยกันจะเป็นดราม่า
Except for Show Me Love. It like Show Me Love. I'm gonna say it like this. Show Me Love walked so that Four Elements Water could run. Because Show Me Love was lighthearted and very sweet and very, you know, just like aside from the pageant drama, it was a very lighthearted, sweet until we got to the purple room. And then all that lighthearted shit went out the window. But before that, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna but I'm very interested, but they were also in a weird phase in real life in their relationship. And so when they first started shooting that series, obviously we could sense it because they were coming off of a hard basically breakup or tense moment at that time. And so but that series did help them rekindle their friendship and their relationship and, you know, other things. And so we saw them grow and get closer again, and it was great. But I think with this, because they're right, this is going to be such a lovey-dovey story. I'm actually really excited to see how this in particular is going to change them, because Show Me Love, though it itself wasn't great production-wise and the final product, it did a lot for them personally. Very interested to see how this light-hearted, lovey-dovey show is going to play out in real life for them.
เป็นแอคชั่นไปเลยหรือว่าไม่ก็แบบส่วนหนักๆส่วนมากจะดราม่าทั้งนั้นอะไรเงี้ยแต่เรื่องนี้เรารู้สึกว่ามันจะมี
Yeah,
ความ
a fluffy Yuri vibe, yeah.
แล้วก็ความฟุ้งของความเป็นยูริ
Show Me Love was a student. Oh, fuck you. Not Show Me Love was a student film. Y'all are so don't do them.
เพราะว่าหนูแบบอุ๊ยตอนที่เขาไปถ่ายทีเซอร์อะค่ะแล้วเราได้เห็นรถที่เราขับในเรื่องก็คือเป็นซุปเปอร์คาร์สีเหลืองเนี่ยเราแบบโอ้ยสักที
She said finally I get to be rich. I know that's right.
อยากรวยแล้ว
แฟนแซมก็เหมือนกันนะที่ร้านไปแล้วใช่ไหมคะ
อะไรคะ
แต่แฟนก็แซวเยอะเหมือนกันที่พี่ฟ้าได้เล่นเป็นคนรวย
แฟนๆภาพยนตร์ก็รอติดตามอีกหนึ่งบทบาทของเราอะไรเงี้ยก็ถือว่าเป็นการเปิดทางอีกทางหนึ่งที่ดีเพราะว่า
Yes, this is what I'm saying, bro. See? She even Five recognized this is also a good opportunity because it'll attract not only Yuri fans but a wider audience across different age groups. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I honestly think that this is going to, excuse me for using a antiquated slang word, blow up Shuei them. I think this is gonna blow up Shuei, and I think that they're all gonna benefit. And shout out to the lesser globally known, because the other two fandoms are well known in Thailand. But to the lesser two known fandoms of Nam Nang Noi and Apple Mimu, I really hope that it blows them up on a global level too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a great opportunity for everybody, and so I think this is I'm just excited to see everything.
เราก็ไม่ได้มีแต่สายยูริอย่างเดียวจะได้ดึงแบบกลุ่มคนอื่นๆหลายๆวัยมาดูเรื่องนี้ด้วยอะไรเงี้ย
ตลอดเหรอคะเดี๋ยวที่ว่าคาแรคเตอร์เป็นยังไงบ้างดี
คาแรคเตอร์ก็จะคล้ายๆตัวจริงเมื่อก่อนอาจจะเป็นคน
A bit
โก๊ะๆ
clumsy,
แบบ
playful, a teaser.
เขาเรียกว่าขี้แซ
She
ว
said similar to how I used to be.
กวนๆหน่อยค่ะแล้วก็เหมือนไปเป็นไม่รู้ว่าจะเป็น
I don't know if I'm helping the boss or causing more trouble. Oh my god, that's so true. Child, the beginning. That baby was called for user, but she found her way.
ต้องดูว่าตัวสร้างปัญหาเนี่ยจะทำ
We'll see how this troublemaker wins the boss's heart. And how did you do it in real life? With persistence and fine.
ก็ฟังกันด้วยแบบไม่ได้โหดอะค่ะน่ารักเลย
Not in a violent way, so not in real life like how y'all are.
ที่แบบแตกต่างจากเรื่องก่อนๆอย่างเงี้ยค่ะห้ามพลาดเลยอย่างเงี้ย
ก็นั่นแหละค่ะหนูรวยแล้ว
I They say you've acted in a lot of series together. What's the charm of this one? Fa said, well, bitch, like I just been telling y'all all night, I get to be rich. Fa, please, okay? Just please. Just please. Like a goddamn pit bull on a baby leg. God dang, bro. We okay, fine. Okay. She said, I got money, bitch. That's the charm. She said, I got money. Fa said, I got money. Ain't you? Fa looked at her. You ain't been listening. I told you about 4 times already. I get that money.
ก็นั่นแหละค่ะหนูรวยแล้ว แม้กระทั่งซีรีส์ยูริที่ได้เล่นด้วยกันเนี่ยเราก็จะสู้ชีวิตตลอด
Struggling with life, family issues, and work.
สู้ชีวิตเรื่องครอบครัวบ้างเรื่องงานบ้างแต่ว่าเรื่องนี้ก็คือสักทีที่เราแบบ
You get to see me in a cool, smart CEO role.
ฟังสมาร์ทเป็น CEO
Yeah.
ก็น่าจะเป็นอะไรที่แฟนคลับเรารอคอยด้วย
Should be something the fans have been waiting for. Are y'all gonna get married? Because we tired.
เป็นอิงฟ้าเลยค่ะ
She said, nah, I just gotta be myself.
ตัวอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็น่าจะเป็นอะไรที่
Charlotte, why you looking at her like that?
แฟนคลับเรารอคอยด้วย
เขาต้องปรับลุคตัวเองยังไงบ้างไหมเรื่องนี้
เป็นอิงฟ้าเลยค่ะ
Even Charlotte reacted. Ingfa, do you have to change your style much for this role? Even Charlotte was like, child, please. Look at Charlotte. Charlotte reacted before Fa responded. Watch.
ยังไงบ้างไหมเรื่องนี้
Charlotte said, ooh. Charlotte said, man, you must be now. She said, have you seen her in real life? Nah, all she gotta do is be herself.
เป็นอิงฟ้าเลยค่ะคือไม่ได้เป็นอิงฟ้าเลยค่ะ
So, if you've been around for a long time, you know Charlotte has laughs, right? Like, she has different laughs. That little joint that she just did right there, that's the laugh she does whenever she's being flirtatious, she's being flirted with, or somebody says something, you know, that kind of has like a, you get what I'm saying, where she's being kind of cheeky. Just gotta be myself. What are you giggling for? Y'all get on my nerves. What are you giggling for?
คือไม่ได้เป็นในเรื่องความรวยนะ
It's not about being rich. Oh, okay.
เรื่องนี้เราก็แบบความที่เราอยู่องค์กร
As a manager, I just bring that smart side into this role. Oh, okay.
สมาร์ตตรงนั้นมาใช้ในเรื่องนี้ได้ค่ะ
คือเรามีความเป็นบอส
She,
ก็
ใช่ไหม
ใช้ในเรื่องนี้ได้ค่ะ
คือเรามีความเป็นบอส
you already have a boss vibe. Why did she look at Charlotte like Charlotte had? Shorty said the reporter said, yeah, because you already got like a boss vibe. She looked at Charlotte like, what the? What was Charlotte supposed to say or do? She looked at Charlotte like, do I? I mean, because technically she is Charlotte's boss. In and out of the organization, I would venture to say. That ain't none of my business. Let me hold him, squeeze this helmet. That ain't none of my...
ใช่ใช่แล้วจากที่ทุกคนเห็นเขา
Yes, as you can see, she has a vibe working.
อยู่แล้วค่ะแล้วในเรื่องนี้เขาชื่อว่าเขาได้เหมือน
She looked at Charlotte like, tell the little boss. Yeah, Charlotte, he mean, oh, that yo, but technically the CEO, I mean, the CEO, because the person did say right, Charlotte, but she only said right, Charlotte, because look at the both of them. Charlotte's like, she only said right, Charlotte, because Fa looked at Charlotte first. Fa looked at Charlotte like, tell him I'm a boss. And then that's why the reporter said, right, Charlotte? Fa looked at, look, let's go back. Fa looked at Charlotte like, tell him I'm a boss. Look.
โดย
And what?
ใช่แล้วจากที่ทุกคน
And Charlotte immediately started explaining why Fa is a boss and why she's the best. Girl, they are. So Fa looked at her and was like, you ain't gonna say nothing. I was like, well, actually, yeah, she's a great boss. I mean, you can look at the work she does at MGI and you can see that she takes her. She immediately went into full girlfriend defensive mode, bruh. She was like, yeah, no, of course she's a boss.
แม่นอยู่แล้วค่ะแล้วในเรื่องนี้คือดีตรงที่ว่าเขาได้เหมือนได้เล่นเป็น
If she gets to be herself and being rich. Ew, were you bragging? Why? Ew. Why she like? It's that same laugh. This you see. when she laughed at that, they are so cute. Bro, I don't even bruh, that isn't Charlotte. But isn't Charlotte the largest shareholder? Charlotte is the 4th largest shareholder in the company. Yes. That doesn't... I don't... Okay. Whoa. No disrespect, because maybe you don't understand how businesses work. Shareholder is not in the direct chain of command or hierarchy of a business. They're just... They make money off of it or they lose money off of it. That's all that means. Like, she ain't gonna walk in there and be like, you better do, she ain't no boss. She has no authority in the company. She's just like, she gets a say so in how the company kind of gets handled financially if ever something were to get sold or something like that, because she is the 4th largest shareholder. But she doesn't get to go in there and be like, hey, like, you know, go to work. Like, she's not a boss in that, right? She's a boss, but not like a boss with a label like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You say you was curious. Okay, I got you. That's why I said let me not judge and let me just explain it to you. So yeah, that's how that works. The shareholder is just an investor. They're not actually in the hierarchy or the chain of command of leadership in the company. So Fa is still Charlotte's boss, as long as Charlotte is a part of the organization as an employee. But as an employee, she's also the 4th largest shareholder, which don't ask me how they making that conflict of interest work. Boss Watt clearly don't give a shit about none of that. But is she on the board of directors? Not as far as I know. Not as far as I know, but she could be. I don't know. I haven't heard that. And if she was, I doubt that they would make that public. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to make necessarily public.
ตื่นเต้นเพราะว่าเหมือนได้ไปเจอเพื่อนด้วย
Excited 'cause
เรา
we
ไม่ได้
get to
ถ่าย
meet
กันแค่
friends.
2
It's
คน
not just us two shooting.
ยิบยิบย่อยๆแต่นี่คือเชื่อว่าวันมีแน่นอนที่แบบ1 วัน
Yeah, there'll be big scenes with the 8 together. That's gonna be so fun, bro.
แล้วก็ความน่ารักของทั้ง4 คู่ค่ะ
That's gonna be. I can't wait when they do all the overlapping scenes.
เพราะว่าอย่างที่บอกว่าแต่ละคู่ก็จะมีไปตอนของคน
Yup.
ด้วยใช่ไหมคะแจมๆกัน
It's all gonna overlap.
ผู้กำกับบอกเลยจะมีข้ามเคมีของแต่ละคู่อาจจะมีอะไรแบบเซอร์ไพรส์
Chemistry crossover. Child, maybe we might get our friend like I'm just saying, I like Friend and Charlotte together. You know what I'm saying? They got a cute little chemistry. Understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad if Friend had a little chemistry crossover. That'd be what's happening. I dig that.
แล้วก็แบบนี้เนาะแบบออนแอร์ช่อง7ด้วยค่ะวันเสาร์2 ทุ่ม
I dig that.
เป็นช่องที่เราดูตั้งแต่เด็กเนาะแล้วเรา
We've been watching Channel 7 since we were kids. Today I was watching on YouTube and I felt like the 7th concert. That's so dope.
ตอนเด็ก
You get to see themselves on the channel they've been watching since they was a kid.
มันยังไม่มียูริที่จะได้ฉายทางช่อง7
Oh, this is gonna be the first one to air on Channel 7 too.
ที่
Wow.
ช่องนี้ประจำ
Yeah, Channel 3 and Channel 7 are like the 2 biggest channels over there in Thailand. I noticed that when I was in the hotel. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get something. Wipe my nose. Hold up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'm reloaded. Sorry about that. Yeah, but look, no, like I was saying, Channel 7 and Channel 3 are like the 2 biggest channels over there. I peeped that when I was in the hotel. So this is major, and them being the first Yuri story, being a part of that, breaking a barrier, breaking down bro. Say what you want. Freen and Becky and Idol Factory have done so much for the queer community in Thailand. It has to be said, it has to be reiterated that they have really taken the helm and pushed so hard for so much progress in so many different ways. That's one thing I will say is, and maybe this is him trying to make recompense for some of the shit that he did in the past, talking about Saint and Idol Factory, but I will say that they have done a great job since all of that bullshit. They have done a great job in helping to push the narrative forward and really move progress forward for the queer community in Thailand and just in Southeast Asia in general. And I think that's huge, that's major, and I want to take the time to acknowledge that and appreciate that, because we always screaming we want representation, we always screaming we want to be seen, we want our voices to be heard. And so when we get these moments and we get these platforms and we get these people that do this for us, it's good to show appreciation, but just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, dog.
เปิดช่องนี้ประจำ
Still got my eye on you, bro.
อย่างวันนี้เรามาเจอกัน8 คนหลังเวทีเป็นยังไงบ้างให้เล่าให้ฟังหน่อย
เราเริ่มคุยกันแล้วค่ะ
We started talking. I mean, we started chattering lively.
เจอกันก็แบบเฮ้ยว่าไงเป็นไงบ้างอย่างเงี้ยจากที่วันแรกๆจะแบบหวัดดีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยก็เริ่มละลายพฤติกรรมไปเรื่อยๆค่ะจบเรื่องนี้ก็น่าจะโอ้กลมๆ
Tell mommy I said thank you, OG.
แต่ละคนก็มีคาแรคเตอร์แตกต่างกันอย่างเงี้ยอย่างฟิล์มเบคเองเขาก็จะน่ารักเขาก็จะแบบว่ามีความเป็นชิปเปอร์อยู่ในตัวสูงมากชอบแซวผู้อื่นอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
You heard that, Freen, Becky, they're cute. They have high shipper spirits and like to tease others. I already know that. That translates to Freen and Becky are running around there trying to get everybody to go together. That's what that translates. That Freen and Becky behind the scenes trying to get everybody to go together in real life. I know what they're doing. I know what Freen and Becky doing. Freen and Becky back, especially Freen. Yes, I know Freen, bruh. I know Freen. Freen give me Mina and Tina vibes. Maybe it's the ing. Freen, Mina, Tina. Maybe it's the ing thing. But y'all know what I mean when I say that. They be going extra hard on Charlotte's behalf when it comes to Fa. Extra hard. I can only imagine what Freen knows after getting close to Charlotte, and I can only imagine what she gonna try to do or work out on her friend's behalf. I'm happy about it. It's the double E's. It's the teens, the means, and the freens. That's what it is, bro. That double E sound. Apple and Mim, they're cute, and I'm are adorable in their own way. And there's us, Englot, Num Nung and Noi, Apple, and Mim. You see how she noticed Freen Becky as Freen Becky? But then she said Apple and Mim. And then she said Num Nung and Noi. And then she said Englot. Fire shipper too, she just don't realize it. You two seem like the gang leaders, yeah. But you two seem like the gang leaders. Not the gang leaders.
มันมีเส้นบางๆแบบว่าเหมือนเราแก่
There's a fine line, feels like I'm old. Oh.
แบบว่าโอ๊ยพี่ทุกคนจะติดเรียกพี่นำว่าพี่ทั้งที่จริงๆก็มีที่อายุเท่ากันด้วย
I think everybody calls 5P. I've been like that my whole life too. I've had older people and younger people always refer or defer to me as if I'm a elder to them my whole life. I think it's just the way that you present yourself to people. I've always been someone that older people could confide in and even seek advice from. That's why I have friends that range from, bro, I literally right now have friends that range from early 20s to like early mid 60s, like dead ass, bro. And the reason being is because I've always been like that. But people, even people who are older than me, will defer to me and look up to me in a certain way. I never take that for granted. I never am condescending about it. And I think that's why people look at Fa the same way. And Aquariuses do tend to have like that vibe, like an elder vibe. Even if they're younger than you, most Aquariuses just carry themselves with a level of confidence like that where people just feel like they can trust them, they can rely on them, and they can follow them. Fa definitely gives that vibe. So even people who are, because I remember when came in and they found out that they were the same age, but was like, but can I still call you P? Because, you know, Fa was like a couple months older than her, or a few months older than her, so she was like, can I still call you P? Even though they were the same age. And Fa was like, yeah. Fa demands that. She just not even demands. It's like her presence just kind of conjures that level of respect where even if you're her age or you're older, you know, or younger, you're going to call her P. You just going to look up to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, OG said, I'll be the oldie. That's true, but you still my bestie. But OG will tell you, and sometimes, I had to get used to it because I have so many mature friends who are much older than me, but I had to get used to it because sometimes my mature friends and my older friends would defer to me or, like I said, look up to me a certain way, and they would try to give me credit for stuff, and I would push it back on them and be like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I feel. But you really can't control it. People are gonna look. If people look up to you, it doesn't matter your age, because it's really about your character. They're not looking up to you because of your age. They're looking up to you because of your character, and that's what I think. That's what I really love about Fa, is that people look up to her because of her character. It's the way she presents herself. It's her confidence. It's her leadership, her inherent leadership. People gravitate towards her. They feel like they can trust her and rely on her. That's just what it is.
ก็เป็นคาแรคเตอร์ไป
เยอะ
เห็นแฟนโปรเจกต์ของเราไหมคะที่ล่องมาทางน้ำสมกับเป็นเรื่องนาที
ดีละค่ะที่เขาไม่ว่ายน้ำมา
She's like,
เขาทำอะไรแบบยิ่งใหญ่สุด
they like doing grand. Yeah, they do.
ลูกแม่แพ้บ่ได้เนาะ
They're like, my child can't lose there. Yeah, bro.
ก็มีทั้งแบบน้ำแล้วก็มีทั้งโปรเจกต์บนเรือหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะก็ลุ้นอยู่แบบอย่าไม่ต้องถึงขั้นว่ายน้ำข้ามกันมานะ
Yeah, because you know the Englot fandom crazy. They would jump in that water, swim across.
ราคาพอเห็นแบบนี้แบบรู้สึกไงบ้างเหนียวแน่นมากเลยแฟนเรา
คู่เราก็จริงๆก็3 ปีกำลังก้าวเข้าสู่ปีที่ 4แต่ก็ยังคงแบบเหนียวแน่นแล้วก็ยังมีแฟนคลับที่3 ปีกำลังก้าว
We've actually been together for 3 years, heading into the 4th facts,
ก็ยังค
bro.
งแบบ
But
เหนียว
they're
แน่
very
นแล้วก็ยัง
consistent.
มีแฟนคลับที่เพิ่งมาตามเราครั้งแรกหรือว่ามาเจอครั้งแรกเขาก็รู้สึกดีใจที่ได้มาเห็นพวกเราแบบตัวเป็นๆอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็รอซีรีส์ออนก็คิดว่าน่าจะแบบว่าครอบครัวน่าจะใหญ่ขึ้นครอบครัวโฟอีน่าจะใหญ่ขึ้นด้วย
Oh, yeah, the Englot fandom gonna get even bigger.
ที่เมื่อกี้ทางผู้บริหารคน
Imagine me and Englot and they like this. Imagine me and Englot and they're here. They will never understand. Bro, they will never understand, bro. They'll never understand. I came in at the end of 2022, started reacting to them at the beginning of 2023. I can't imagine. So I'm not dang, I'm Shing Shing, but I'm like old Shing Shing. I can't imagine what it was like to meet them now. I cannot imagine what it's like to meet them now. With everything that we done been through, everything that we saw, like if I put on Reckless right now, how many of y'all gonna get it, bruh? If I play Reckless right now, how many of y'all gonna get that shit, bro? How many of y'all gonna understand? How many of you gonna understand? If I say right now, we was doing cardio. If I say right now, what happened to the snake? Somebody go check on the snake. If I say Mulan right now, Samoy Island. If I just say Samoy, you feel me? If I just say Samoy, if I say March 15th, 2023, do you even know what that means? Do you even know? It must be nice coming in on them like right here. Cause Lord knows.
พูดในทีพูดไปก็รอเยี่ยมชมกับแฟนคลับทั่วประเทศค่ะ
Sour mangoes brought on the plane.
ก็ฝากนะคะพวกเราอิงหลอดฝากเรื่องนาทีร้อยเล่ห์ไปด้วยเห็นพวกเราได้เล่นกันบ่อยอาจจะรู้สึกว่าแบบเฮ้ยมันจะมีความต่างไหมสำหรับเรื่องนี้บอกเลยว่าต่างอย่างแน่นอนนะคะแล้วก็เรื่องโปรดักชั่น
Chad, we watching everything. You don't got please.
เรื่องโปรดักชั่นเลยก็
เขาไม่ได้ไม่ไหวเราเขาไม่ไหว
They're not saying goodbye to us, but they're couple funny over there. Fine, Charlotte over there waving. Charlotte was like, girl, they're not talking to us. They talking to their couple. I was like, oh, you right. June 22nd. What you talking about? June 22nd. If I say June 22nd, 2023, what you gonna do?
ได้มาเจอกันค่ะค่ะ
ฉลาดราคาฝาก
ก็ฝากนาทีร้อยเล่ห์ด้วยนะคะอิงหลอดนะคะอโปแล้วก็ชลดานะคะแล้วก็ยังมีอีก3คู่ก็จะเป็นวิวาปัตตภีเสน่หาวายโยแล้วก็โซ่รักอัคนีอันนี้ก็ฝากไว้ด้วยนะคะสนุกแน่นอนค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
That's what's up, bruh. My babies, bruh. Listen to me. I don't care what they go through. I don't care what we know or don't know about them. Nobody could ever make me hate Englot. I will be right here till the wheels fall off, till the dock ain't got no more planks left, till the submarine implode. Open the door! Open the door!